Welcome to BeerFormers. This is our 50th episode. We have almost 400 subscribers now. We're getting into the mid 380s, so we're so thankful for all you people who are subscribing to us and telling your friends, sharing our videos. Make sure you hit all those buttons. You'll notice things are a little different today for our 50th episode. At the request of my lovely wife, who is behind the camera right now, she wanted me to talk a little bit about this table that I constructed here today. Because the table's mostly was built to highlight two kind of rare Transformers toys. And in the ensuing years, as I've ran out of space on my shelves, I've kind of put random stuff around it.
But are they random? Do you have them set up in motifs?
Well, I did kind of.
Is this a diorama?
It's kind of a diorama now, a little bit, but it's kind of like a weird mixed collage diorama here, if you must know. But the two things that we're going to talk about here, and I'm going to come toward the camera just a little bit. You can come over and bring it here a little bit now.
Okay.
I've got a Transformers HO train set.
Oh, wow.
This was made by a company called Tyco back in the day. And I'm pretty sure it's not the same company that's known as Tyco now. That's maybe a little infamous, perhaps, for various things. I can't remember exactly why, but I just know Tyco has been in the news the last 20 years. Tyco was a toy company, and they were mostly famous for making electronic toys. In this case, they made either train sets like this one here, or I've also got on this side, come over here, Noelle, I've got the Transformers slot car set.
Oh, did Tyco made both of these?
Tyco made both of these. Right?
Wow.
So slot cars, if you don't know, these are these little cars here have little brushes on the underside of the cars here that touch these metal rails, and so when you pull the trigger on this, you induce current into it, and that gives them enough power to go around the track and race each other.
Right now?
It should be on right now. Let's see. So I've got these labeled for they are. So we'll just go ahead and do these here. We'll come over and talk
do they transform, Dave?
Well, first off, I'll show you. These don't work too well, unfortunately, by now because they're very old. The brushes on here need probably some work by a professional person who knows what they're doing when it comes to working on electronics and stuff. I can get them to run in the sense I can make the motors work. But as far as going around the track nowadays, not so much. So we'll just kind of see here. I'll just kind of put them on here and you hear that?
I sure do.
So I kind of go. So since I put him down, he doesn't really want to go very much.
Aww.
So the other one, that was the red car, which is the Decepticon in the set.
Ooh.
And the white car here will do the same thing. I can get the
you can rev that engine.
As far as
actually going around the track.
Yeah.
Oh, it went a little bit there.
It's trying to go a little bit.
That's kind of cool. Oh.
The notorious for coming off the rails, which is kind of like the fun.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway. But yes, they do transform.
All right, let's see them transform.
You flip it up. You flip up the head, and you fold out the arms, and then they basically stay as a car on the bottom because they can, in theory, race as robots.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
So if we kind of flip it up again, I can still make the engine go again.
Yeah. Oh, I saw a move. Yeah. What's that one's name?
This one, these had no names when they first came out.
Oh,
in the ensuing years, they acquired names.
Oh, okay.
So I've got them labeled here on my controller, so you know which one you got. So the white car is known as Nitron.
Okay.
Nitron is the, I put that on there so I would remember. Nitron is the Autobot. He's very heavily themed after Prowl. So if you close on that face there, he's got Prowl. He's actually glow in the dark, which you probably can't show you because you don't pick up on the film. But if you try to run with the overhead lights for a while, turn everything down, they'll glow in the dark. The red car is named Freezon, and it's supposed to be a female. So it's like the first female Decepticon retroactively. When I've transformed this, they transform the exact same way. Flip the car body up, flip the head up around. This basically has the same head as Rumble and Ravage. So they both turn into Mustang cars. And once again, I should be able to get the engine to at least fire up.
How do they acquire these names? Who made this decision?
That is a great question. That can be found on tfwiki.net. I think fans maybe coined them at first. I can't remember if they appeared in a Japanese magazine or something like that. For some reason, that's popping in my head. But you could race these guys in robot or car mode. And if you come over this side, Noelle, there's a part here. I'll show you. Come right over
Which
here.
way? This way?
Yeah, come over here. There's a part in the track where one track goes toward the other. So it kind of introduces like this battle thing. If you can get both cars to be at this point,
they crash.
One car will force the other one off the rails.
Ooh,
it's a little battle slap.
Exciting.
So a little kind of, so this is also made by Tyco, like I said. Kind of one of those things where like they put it out for a year or two. Slot cars are not really a thing nowadays, but people have them. The train over here again. The train was made by Tyco, as I said before. It doesn't transform except for the cars kind of sort of do. Like the box car here has the ability to turn into like a base. Let's see if I can do it here.
Does it have a name?
No. Does not have a name.
Did you name it in your head
I
cannon?
did not give it a name in my head cannon.
Oh boy. Can I name it Chachi?
You can name it Chachi. This one can be Chachi for real. I can't remember how this one transforms now. I don't want to waste too much time on it. And I'll put the pictures on the screen like I always do. But each car turned into something like this. This box car turned into like a base, which we couldn't be on the train tracks when it was a base. You kind of opened it up and it became, a couple of buildings. The engine here basically had this radar dish you could fold down when it's in train mode. And then you fold it up when it's like in Autobot, whatever mode. This car back here, so I'll pull into view here. This one here has a big laser can on it.
Ooh.
If you just flip this over, now it's a coal car.
Ah.
Okay. And
more than meets the eye.
And the caboose is this thing called the Hawk Fighter. And it can come off and I guess you can fly around with it or something like that. But basically you just kind of fold everything up and whatever, and then it's just a regular caboose. And I have it kind of rigged up so it can all... Normally when it's in Hawk Fighter mode, it can't be hooked up to everything, so I had to rig it so it could be a Hawk as it went around. But unfortunately, this doesn't work very well either anymore because, again, the brushings on this need to have some professional work done. Inside this electric motor, when the wheels touch the tracks, that makes the circuit. Mm-hmm. All right? And then inside there's a piece of copper that touches the wheels, which then goes to the motor so the electricity can make everything go. And those connections are not so good anymore. So I'd have to get someone who really knows electronics to be able to kind of actually work on that. So unfortunately, I really can't show you it working today just because it doesn't. Now, one time it did, but over time, it's just, like anything else, it breaks and moves on.
I did notice that some of the little accoutrement that came with it looks like it's in pretty good shape. It has a desert power station motif.
Yeah, so this base you see here, came with the train. The race car set didn't have any such thing like that.
Oh, I can see the Transformer symbol over there.
Yeah, right over here. I'll move Orthy out of the way here so you can see that. This was this came with this cardboard base. I glued it down, so I know that's probably a big sin amongst the car collectors. But I wanted to go to be flat, and then I actually nailed the track down to it. So the track's supposed to go on the coal part here, and then you have these little cardboard buildings that you can construct to put in place.
It's in great shape.
I just did the wires out of black, like not yarn, but like
you made that
embroidery floss to kind of be able to make the electric towers work. And it came with these little bitty, just like static plastic figures. There were some that were purple, some that were silver. They all were the exact same thing, but they came in two sets: a silver set and a blue set.
Can I pick one up, or they're
all glued down?
Oh.
But they're supposed to be Autobots and or Decepticons.
Okay.
But none of them looked like actual Autobots Decepticons because this train set was never really intended to be a Transformers train set. It was just a generic train set. They had the exact same thing for G.I. Joe, I believe.
Oh, wow.
So you could buy a G.I. Joe train set. I believe it was the exact same thing, just colored differently. And so I don't know if they came with little army men. I have to look that one up. But the robot toys are just generic robot toys that probably came from any kind of pack of robot toys you could buy back in the day.
So where did you acquire the racetrack and the train?
On eBay a long time ago.
Yeah.
Probably the entire time we lived at our last house before the house we're living in now. We lived at this house about 12 years.
Yeah.
I just had them in storage because I had really no place to put them up. And so we moved into this house that we have now, and I've done all this. Yeah. I decided I wanted to build a display the train set and the slot car.
How did you learn they existed? Do you remember
just through research,
from when you were a kid?
Anything Transformers on the internet back then.
Yeah. Could you get them in the Sears catalog at Christmas?
Probably, yeah. Just go to any kind of electronics toy store that had electronic, like Radio Shack probably would have sold something like this,
Those
and
are
so after
cool.
I built this, it was just the train and just the slot car.
Yeah,
set.
but now what else we got?
Adding other toys to it. So there's a runway here, so I added the Ark. So this is the Autobot.
You guys know what the Ark is, right? Tell a little bit about the
ship
Ark.
that brought the Autobots to Earth in the fiction.
It's a big part of the mythology.
I don't have time to transport it tonight.
Maybe that'll be another episode.
This here is the Nemesis, which is the Decepticon ship that brought them to Earth.
Oh,
and they made it into a toy.
So they're fighting.
Yeah, so I got the Nemesis. Get ready to get.
Yeah, look at those claws.
I've got the Studio Series Dinobots here. I've got Trypticon, who is the Decepticon City, counterpart to Metroplex. I've got his two little buddies that go along with him.
It's not what makes you fall asleep after you eat turkey.
No, that's Tryptophan.
Oh, okay.
Tryptophan, yeah.
All right.
I've got
Who's
Black,
this guy?
This is
He's
Black
huge.
Zarak. It's a Japanese exclusive Transformer that they did it as a redo. So my actual original Black Zarak is way down here.
Ah.
And this is like the redo version of it here. And his partner, Black Ruchi. I've got Orthia, who is the only, not the only, but probably the only. If I really thought about this, probably no. This is like a female Autobot combiner they put out.
Whoa.
During the power.
We didn't do that one.
No, we have not done that one. Scorponok here, which these guys are supposed to be like the same guy. This is just like an evolved version.
I like how he's like
pointing at Fortress Maximus, which is his nemesis down here. So.
Oh wow! Well, hang on.
Yeah, so he's
pointing at. Check
like,
that out.
Hey, we're gonna fight. So here are the 3 toys they put out to homage the first appearance of the Autobots in the original cartoon. This is their Cybertronian version, more of Jazz and Wheeljack and Bumblebee.
Where did you get those?
Hasbro has put those out.
Oh wow!
So I picked those up
So
recently.
what are these guys here?
These guys are the ones these are Transformers that came out here in the last few years that have all been put out in their original Diaclone colors as new characters. So I've got the Diaclone line on display here. This is
Who's
Predaking,
fighting?
which we have not done Predaking yet.
Oh, we'll do
We
Predaking.
paused our combiner talk to do this.
Oh,
tonight.
you're coming, buddy.
And then we got Omega Supreme, the
Yeah.
last defense of the Autobots and Predaking are fighting. Here in front, I've got all my Battle Beasts. These are a Splinter line of Transformers. In the United States, they were not. They just came out as Battle Beasts.
Okay.
But in Japan, during one of the cartoon series, I think it was Headmasters, they ran into these guys on their own planet. So when they came out in Japan, they were called BeerFormers. So what makes these guys cool is they've got this little heat thing on their chest, which doesn't necessarily always work on camera, but if you rub it, it'll show one of 3 symbols: wood, water, or fire. Oh. And so when you battle them, it's like rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Yeah. And they came with different vehicles.
This guy looks like the St. Louis Rams, like if they'd had a Zamboni, except they were a football team.
So I've got a bunch of these. There's still a few of these I'm looking for, and there's really rare ones that only came out in Japan too, like anything else. These are the Transformers they put out in GoBots colors, so they as GoBots.
Okay.
So these are Transformers toys, but they recolored them and made them into GoBots characters.
All right,
and then lastly, over here I've got Piranacon, which we talked about a couple episodes
yes,
ago.
he's got that's the one that's got the female character, right?
That was a different one, but close.
Oh.
And then I've got the deluxe Insecticons over here. So
nice trying.
and Target Optimus Prime over there in the back behind.
Oh, we got to show. Look at that. Look, it's got the Target dog on it.
Yeah. Oh,
Target
one more over here.
exclusive.
Real quick. I don't think I mentioned these real quick, but I have Reflector.
Let's see.
Reflector. The guys are turning into cameras. We've done them.
There's more than one. Let's see.
All 3 of them come together to form the camera.
All right.
So most of the toys on here, with the exception of the train set and the slot car set, are modern incarnations of various Transformers figures.
Okay. What do you like the best about this table, Dave?
Just thought I finally get to showcase the train set and the slot car set. The trains, I think I mentioned before in previous episodes. I had an uncle. His name was Bob. And my Uncle Bob was a big train collector. And his basement was trains, like my basement is Transformers. So when I was a kid going to his house, I'm like, oh, that would be really cool if I could do something like that someday. So when I finally started collecting as an adult, I made it my goal to have my basement be Transformers, like Uncle Bob's basement was trains. So this makes me think of Uncle Bob sometimes. He collected the O scale trains, I think.
What scale is this train?
This is HO. So hoe. Who
are you calling a hoe?
Yeah. So I've just kind of been sticking stuff up here and kind of making dioramas out of it. But if you go down a little bit, no, I think it's because we're off an open video.
Yeah.
I turned my table into more shelving.
Yeah.
So the entire thing
very efficient
is more shelving, so I can put more stuff underneath it.
Yep. Here, I'll give you a little tour.
If you come over here on this side real fast, then we'll get ready to talk about our beer for tonight. I've got these drawers here full of Rescue Box toys. Which, with any little kids come over to visit,
they're very popular with young
nieces,
visitors.
Nephews. I'd say you can play with these.
Yes.
Yes. If I pull this out, which I'm not going to tonight, but if I pull this whole plastic thing out, the table is hollow underneath, right. And I've got a bunch of toys stacked under there that I don't really have time or room or whatever to display. So what you see here when you see the opening video is only a fraction of what I really have because there's a bunch of stuff stored under here. All right. So
who's this guy down here?
This is Omega Supreme. From the video game that came out for the PS3, War for Cybertron.
Ah.
He's like, they put out this figure in Japan. He was like a year of toy. They had like the year of the dragon, for the Chinese New Year. I can't remember what year he was. I want to say year of the snake. And then these extra pieces that are on make him look more like Omega Supreme were a third-party product that I did to be able to do that.
Well, let me get this side here. This is now you've seen the whole table to celebrate our 50th episode. This was is this still a work in progress, Dave? Are you still adding to it?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the Target Prime was probably the most recent thing I put up here, or maybe the actual Insecticons over there. I don't know, but I just kind of been antsy up there. But at the table, the space is running out as well, so I just don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I'll have to get a new house or something.
Yes, time to move. Well, I think it's impressive. I really enjoy your creativity and the efficiency. Being a public administrator professional, I dig that. I'm such a geek, but this is awesome. Really cool.
I wish everything still worked, but like anything that's old, things are going to break down over time.
Yes,
but,
like me.
Yeah. And me too, for that matter.
Well,
so yeah, this is my Transformers table.
Okay.
It was a little less pristine than when I first built it, but it was a lot of fun to build it. It was just a big piece of plywood.
Well, fun to share with all of you, whether you just joined us for the first time or if you've been here since episode 1.
Yeah, we always fly by during the opening credits.
Thanks for being here. And
we're gonna go talk about our beer. I had a beer adventure a couple weeks ago. With
okay,
Aslin.
let's
we're
finish
pause
this.
And we're gonna get into position over there, and we'll talk about our beer for the night.
That sounds great. And it's going to be a twofer, another special for our 50th episode.
Hit the pause button. So we're back in place where we normally are for our videos here. So welcome back to the octagon, I guess. I guess this is an octagon. So a couple weeks ago, I was fortunate enough to go on a business trip to a conference in Virginia Beach. And Noelle didn't go with me, of course, because we don't work in the same place.
Well, somebody had to feed the dog.
So I was there. I was like, well, what kind of breweries are nearby, of course? And so I found 2. One is called Aslin Brewery, and they have several locations, I believe. But the one in Virginia Beach was one of their newest ones. And I brought back a beer called Doch. I'm not sure, D-O-C-H. It's a Marzen lager.
Well, can I share a little bit
tell us a little bit what you figured out about Aslin real fast, and I'll get ready to pour it.
While you're pouring,
yeah.
And you can tell us your review. So Aslin Beer Company, that's A-S-L-I-N. It was founded in 2015 by Andrew Kelly and Kai Leskowitz. I apologize if I mispronounce that. And the name Aslin comes from the family that connected Andrew and Kai through marriage. They each married a daughter from the Aslin family.
Oh.
So Andrew was in finance and consulting, and Kai worked in public service, and they bonded over an interest in beer.
That would make these guys brothers-in-law
yes.
instead of the beer place. Okay, cool.
In which, just like a lot of people, homebrewing was a hobby. They loved it, and they thought, you know what? We can do that. We can do that for a living. And it says that their beer company, Aslin Beer Company, they aim to create a culture that celebrates beer with a passion and depth of knowledge that's contagious to others. It says that they have a brand new location in Virginia Beach. That's where you went in their Vibe district.
Yep. A lot of artwork in that district there when you walk around.
It says it features their tap room, an outdoor tiki bar, and their restaurant, and a coffee shop.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because
I went in mid-November, but it wasn't the outdoor area was open, but no one was sitting outside because it was cold. But
now they distribute all over the East Coast,
except for South Carolina for some reason,
and the New England states. But and as far west as Tennessee, so that's pretty close to us. We can probably grab some Aslin one of these days.
Yep.
So, but it looks like they're in about 14 states. Virginia, D.C., Maryland, Pennsylvania, Delaware, New York, New Jersey, Georgia, Connecticut, North Carolina, Alabama, West Virginia, and Tennessee. So if you're lucky enough to be in any of those states, you could probably grab some at your local store.
I think they're originally from Pennsylvania, but most of their stores now, or tap rooms, whatever you want to call it, are in Virginia. Somewhere in Virginia. There's Alexandria, there's, Virginia Beach, a couple other places on there. But
so why don't you tell us a little bit about their beer, because I'm looking at the varieties they
have.
have.
They have tons of beer.
And there's so many varieties, and they got great names. They're so creative. Yeah. And you had some food there.
Well,
too,
I went there for lunch one day. I got there and had a day to myself,
pretty.
So I walked around. This is the Doch. It's a Marzen lager. So let's just try it real fast.
Okay. Oh, very, very malty. Smells like a pretzel.
Got a little bit of sweetness to it too. I like it.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So I was alone, so I sat at the bar, and the bartender T-Bone. Thank you, T-Bone, for taking care of me.
Cheers to you, T-Bone.
T-Bone was talking my ear off. They asked me lots of questions. We were, exchanging stories from where I'm from, St. Louis. He's, from the East Coast, obviously, and stuff. He asked what do you recommend I eat? And he said, well, I got the glizzies, which is a hot dog, I guess. It's not a term we use here in St. Louis, but.
That sounds like you got disease.
Yeah. So he said, try our signature hot dog, and he said, get the Brussels sprouts. The Brussels sprouts are made in kind of some like fish sauce and everything like that. And I said, all right, I'm game. Amazing. Chef's kiss. Great Brussels sprouts. And then the glizzy was good too. But I had 3 or 4 beers while I was there. I think 3. I think I had 3 there, and I bought the 6-pack of this Marzen to bring home.
It's outstanding. Oh my gosh.
Very fun place. You're going to see the pictures as I put them on the screen, but a lot of vibrant color, especially the outdoor area. If it had been a warmer time of the year, and it had been a little more closer to nighttime when probably the nightlife kicks up, that place probably would have been hopping.
There's a great aroma, a little mapley, a burst of sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if there was salt in there, it would be very, very pretzel-y in flavor. But
it's labeled as a lager, but I would not call it a lager.
Its aftertaste is not like, it's not, there's not any bitterness in it. But it's not cloying. It's just...
It's like a sweeter amber bock.
It falls off your tongue, and then you're ready for the next sip. So it's like refreshing. Oh, that's refreshing.
Good stuff.
That's good.
So I spent an hour or so there eating and trying different beers, and took a few pictures of what the outside looked
there's
like.
30
They've got mixed
beer
drinks and stuff too they can do
here
for you also.
I like this. I would have loved to have tried Gravy Boat.
Yeah.
It's an IPA.
I did not try that because, again, I can't avoid the IPAs if I can, but there we go.
Oh.
So the other place I got to go to a couple of days later,
Wonderful.
I saw another brewery that was within walking distance of my hotel and stuff, and it was called Vibrant Shore. And Vibrant Shore didn't have a restaurant. It was just a brewery. And they, so you could bring your own food if you wanted to, but they only serve beers there. What did you learn about Vibrant Shore?
Well, apparently it's also in the Vibe District.
It is,
It's a little younger.
It's area near the convention center in Virginia Beach.
It's founded in 2019 by Lisa and Rhett Rebold.
And I've seen this picture on your screen here, and I saw that guy there.
That's cool.
I guess that's the owner.
One of the founders
he was there that night. He wasn't the guy who waited on me, but he was there.
So it says that Red is the head brewer, and he, just like it's the same old story, a self-taught home brewer. It sounds like he started home brewing while he was in college, and he's since earned certificates in brewing science from UC Davis and the Siebel Institute of Technology. He has actually won Home Brewer of the Year. And it says his lifelong passion is creating true to style beer, but he also wants to be creative. And he says being in this artistic community and doing this has been a dream come true.
Now, the Vibrant Shore place was very much kind of in theme with all that art that's part of the Vibe District. They had different levels. So yeah, it reminded me a lot of Old Bakery Beer here by us.
Okay.
But imagine it was smaller with different levels, and there's fun art stuff everywhere.
It says they're designed to incorporate environmental sustainability in their brewery and their tap room, which I love. Using less energy, making a smaller carbon footprint. Reusing. It says they work with local farmers to use their spent grain for cattle feed. So
that's cool.
They're really thinking through all the ways to make the process even better for us. Protecting the earth, which I love. Here's another little description of it that somebody wrote. It says Vibrant Shore Brewing Company sprung to life to create a space where artists and people from all walks of life can gather around great craft beer in the Vibe District of Virginia Beach. It says that they serve seasonally appropriate specialty beers as well as several crisp flagship beers tailored for the active lifestyle of the area. And it has a very upbeat art-influenced tap room. That's exactly what you said you experienced.
Yeah. Very cool bartender at that place. I can't remember her name, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't think I didn't talk with her as much because it was a little bit busier.
But
so she was with other people.
Why do you think she was cool?
Because she was just very friendly and was giving me I told her what I liked in general. She was you might like these two things. So she was helpful.
Yeah, okay.
She was very helpful.
She's very good.
Very helpful.
At what she does.
Yeah. And to top things off, I didn't know they didn't have foods when I went in, so I had my 2 or 3 beers to try, and I'm like, I need to get some food now. Where do you think I should go? And they said, if you just cross the street and go down this alley, it's going to look like not much. It's just an alley, but don't worry about it. There's a place around the corner called Frank and Patty's. It was a burger / hot dog place. They had their own beer too. They had their own like a can of lager beer that had their name on it. Beer. But that place, oh my gosh! I sat down at the bar. And I know this is not about them real quick, but I just want to tell a story real quick. I sat down at the bar. The menu was only like a page long because they just had a couple things, right? And I said, give me X burger. I can't remember what it was now. I sat down, got my phone out to wait. And I kind of reached down to put something in a bag that I had. And I look up and the burger was there.
That's
It like took a minute or two at the most to get my food. So it's super fast service, great food. And it's and Vibrant Shore told me to go there, so they gave me a good tip on that.
That's
too.
cool.
Yeah.
Do you remember what beers you had there? I'm seeing they have an
It'll be on the pictures. I kind of pointed at the picture of
which
what
is
I
my
had.
that is amazing. You should always have one of those if it's available because there aren't a lot of places.
I had a dark one whenever they had. It'll be on the screen, but I had a dark one and I had like a sour.
They have a raspberry goes.
Yeah, I had the raspberry goza.
Did you have the Vienna lager?
It might have been.
It'll
be on the screen now. It's been 3 weeks since I've been there now, so I kind of had time to forget about
There's
it.
a Saison Le Trek. It was the farmhouse ale.
But they had also 4-packs for sale because they're pint cans, right? And so I brought back this Imperial Marzen.
Yeah, and
so
it's, I don't know if you can pick this up, but it's a skosh redder.
Yeah, a little bit darker.
Than the other, the Marzen that we just had.
Brewed in collaboration with Durrell Reese of Hops of Reese, so this is a collaboration beer. I'm not sure. I've never heard of Hops of Reese or where they are.
Okay.
But yeah.
It smells salty to me. A little saltier.
I would say that's probably fair. It's got more of a grainy aftertaste too.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Not
as sweet as the Doch.
Yeah.
Or the Doch.
So if I compare the two, let me take a few more sips. But so far, I enjoy the experience of the Doch a little more.
But you're right about the salt. I never really thought about that. There's a tiny little bit of salt there.
But also, interestingly, it has a little more kick of that alcohol sweetness right at the front end when you first suck it in.
Yeah.
So very different drinking experiences.
For 2 Marzen styles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, those ones on Imperial.
But both very good.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable.
No, I had a blast at Virginia Beach going to a convention. I also went to a distillery, so we might do that one in the future.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
know. Yeah.
We'll do that.
So I had fun. So even though Noelle couldn't be there with me, I tried to bring this stuff home so she could share it with me.
Yeah.
It was an adventure in itself too, having to wrap the stuff in my luggage and check the luggage.
I'm sure that
I learned things about shipping alcohol that I didn't know. I knew you can't ship stuff to the United States Postal Service. Yeah. I figured, well, you can probably just do it to UPS or FedEx.
Can you ship your pants, though?
You can ship your pants.
Okay.
You can't ship alcohol unless you're a licensed alcohol retailer, distributor, whatever like that. So, I mean, even though I took carry-on to kind of travel light, I had to check my bag to be able to bring this stuff home. But I'm glad I did, and I'm glad it worked out.
I know. Didn't you say it's okay? I'm a reverend doctor.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't do that. But
just wondered if you could play that card.
All right, so I'm glad I got to share this.
Thank you for sharing this with me. I'm glad you did too. Thanks for going to all this trouble to bring these back.
Yeah.
Very worth the experience.
One last side story was I had a 6-pack of this and a 4-pack of this, right? And I'm thinking, I'll just go out the last day to the local UPS store and ship this. No. So that meant that Friday I spent a lot of time in my hotel room getting these down to just one can each.
Yeah, so I'm coming home from the gym because I just, I'm taking care of myself and I'm like, how's it going? He tells me the story. He's like, I got to get through these beers. And I go, so what are you doing for dinner? Well, I got hungry, so I walked to McDonald's. And I said, well, I hope you put your pants back on first.
Yes,
and he goes, yes. And I go, okay, so you're not too.
Yeah.
Because he said he got back from his conference. He's like, I just got back and I got comfortable.
And I got started drinking.
Yeah.
But anyway. All right, so as we wind things down, thank you for sticking around with us for 50 of the regular episodes. I mean, we're up to 80-something for the sips, but my gosh. So we got hundreds of videos now, but thank you for sticking around with us. Thank you for
this can go on for quite a while.
Hit all those buttons. Tell us what you're interested in. If there's any kind of transformer that you'd like us to talk about that we haven't talked about, if you'd like me to do more of what we just did tonight, where I just kind of highlight a shelf or something, let us know. We're happy
or if there's a beer or a spirit, especially if you're not from. Anywhere you are, we, as you probably picked up, we live right in the middle of the United States, so we end up getting to a lot of places that are close to where we are, but sometimes we have these great opportunities to go outside of that boundary, and man, we would love to try to challenge us. Give us a challenge of a place that you think is great and should be featured on BeerFormers. We're always up for it.
But if you'd like to know more about Transformers in general, or if you'd like to know more about the train set or the slot car set over there we talked about mostly tonight, tfwiki.net is the best source for that. I know Chris McFeely has not done an episode of the basics on, which I hype them a lot. He's not done the basics on the Tyco sets yet, but maybe he will. So if you want to look him up and send him a message, say, hey, do the Tyco train / slot car set. Maybe he'll do a video about that as well. But again, drop us a line if you'd like to know. As we get ready to wind things down, as we do, just remember to always play responsibly, That's why I didn't, try to keep pushing my toys past their limit even though they're getting old. And drink responsibly. And thanks for watching us here again on the
Or the Easter Eye.
Cheers!